detailed article in this morning's Indianapolis Star. Turns out exercising plus beer equals hashing. That's right. The exercising craze is not quite a century old. Imagine sort of a triathlon, with the tri being swimming, running, and drinking. It's probably best to describe it as adult hide-and-go-seek and then chug. There's only one rule to hashing. There are no rules. Competition is even frowned upon. So just what's the idea behind these organizations that describe themselves as drinking clubs with a running problem? Dorothy Henkel is on the phone right now. She's one of the founders of the local kennel called Indecent, get it? House Harriers. Dottie, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm great. How long have you been a hasher and how did you get started?
I've been a hasher just over 8 years, and I started hashing in college in Bloomington, Indiana.
So you must be pretty good hashing for 8 years.
Well, you don't have to be good at anything to hash.
So explain to people what a hash course is and how you run it and how it's defined.
Well, most kennels, we just set up a day and a calendar for an entire year of when we will hash. We pick out people that will lay the trail. So they just give us all instructions online. You find it all online or on your email. You go to the beginning and you just start. Usually 2 people take a head start. They get about 10 minutes to lay a trail with flour.
With flour? Why with flour?
It's biodegradable and it's cheap.
Oh, good. Both good reasons. So would you call this a sport?
A what?
A sport?
Oh, it's sport-ish, I would say. We treat it like a sport.
Now, I'm surprised to find out it wasn't really an American invention. Do you know where hashing was involved and when it evolved?
Hashing began in the late 30s in Malaysia by some expats who wanted to mix drinking and running.
Are there a lot of hashers out there in Indiana, Dottie?
In Indiana, there are a couple hundred. I'd say worldwide there are probably 100,000 or so.
100,000 hashers out there.
Yep.
Who knew? I think a lot of people are looking at us guys and thinking, like, you guys must be slackers, hanging out. Are you upstanding citizens? Do you have day jobs?
Absolutely. Sometimes, we all get unemployed, but yes, we do have day jobs. I'm a scientist myself.
Well, there you go. Dorothy Henkel. Dottie, a hasher for 8 years. Thanks for being with us and explaining it all to us.
Thank you very much.
So now you want to hash, don't you? Well, you need to know the lingo. First up, hash name. It's a nickname, usually pseudo-obscene, given to hashers after a certain number of runs. Watch out, don't commit a hash crime. That's what happens when you break a rule. It's punishable with more beer, apparently. Among those crimes, alcohol abuse. Now that consists of spilling or otherwise wasting beer. And then there's racism. Don't dare mention the R word, race, because that implies some sort of competition, actually. And finally, beer near. Look for this marker to figure out if a frosty beverage is right around the corner. The things that you can learn about on the internet. Hashing. And while the internet is a good tool for getting more information,